Calculator, I want you to go over and take a quiz, a fun quiz on the website, the Recticator 2000, the 100% accurate Bitmex indicator. This is hilarious. My partner created this, and he did a fabulous job. I mean, he just did. It was just fantastic. It asks you a bunch of fun questions in a quiz format to give you an understanding of your risk profile as a trader if you use Bitmex, if you're likely to blow your account or not, and it's something that you should take and be aware of. As a trader, using this platform and the high leverage that's available to you, you can easily wipe your balance in no time if you use it incorrectly. So take this and enjoy it. It's funny as hell. You know, if you read the questions, and you'll get a kick out of it, if nothing else. And at the same time, it is extremely important you have an understanding that you might be walking down a path of destruction if you're not careful. So anyway, take it, enjoy it, and let's get to the review. Next calculator, I'm going to show you basically what I like, what I don't like, and how to use this. Number one, the Bitmex Calculator that they have built into the website is in the top left corner right here, a little calculator. And when you click on that, you will pop up this little window here. Now let me tell you about Bitmex. Bitmex is the best platform out there programming-wise, second to none. Arthur Hayes and his group have done a fantastic job to bring real fintech quality platform to the crypto community. And they do it in the form of futures, which I'll go to the negative on that, but I'm going to tell you the positive is that quality-wise, security and stability and usability, second to none. The only other company that comes, as close to them in their realm is Coinbase, and that's it. All these exchanges getting hacked and so forth, the reason they get hacked is because they're not from the fintech space and they have very poor security and quality in their programming, and therefore they get smoked by hackers. You generally will not see that in the fintech space, and the reason why is because it's not allowed. It's old hat to have security drilled down ahead of time. The hacks that happen are a joke, and the people losing these large sums, I don't even know what to say. Many of them I think are inside jobs, but I'm not going to go on about that. Let's get to the calculator. The calculator will show things denoted on their platform in Bitmex in XBT terms, which is basically Bitcoin. And the calculations you can see on your risk, you can go over and input the values. Now I'm not going to go over and do this work for you. You're going to have to do the research. I'm going to provide you with the resources. You have your target prices. You can go over and calculate your entries, your leverage, and you can get a good idea of your liquidation, which you don't want to see happen. And you can calculate what your liquidation is going to be on a trade. And you better take very good note of this because of the fact that if you use this incorrectly, and with them able to up your margin to 100 times, you can get smoked like that, and you can blow your account. And if you're a knob and new to this, and you get over emotional, this is death right here to a newbie trader. I'm against leverage being so high and being allowed. I think future regulation is going to go over and curtail that more than likely. But they make good profits off of you over leveraging and blowing your accounts or doing crazy things. They get paid. Just like the banks, when they go over and expand the debt levels to ridiculous sums, they're getting paid off the loan origination. So they get paid off the fee origination. But anyway, let's go to the resources. Bitmex has some wonderful resources, guides that you can go over and look at the funding rates, how they work, calculate them, because they provide you all the information. It's going to be your job to actually research this. But there are other sources that I'm going to go over and give you in the article that is going to tell you an outside perspective on Bitmex and how to use it, which I think is good as well, because it gives you a different perspective than the one that they have, which is a little bit dry and it doesn't tell the whole story. So we'll provide you with that, including one thing that I really like is understanding the funding rates, because the funding rates are every 8 hours on Bitmex, and you could be losing a lot of money if you're not careful, and unknowingly if you don't use the funding rates to build a trade and to trade in the right direction. I do it all the time. I make it, delta positive, I call it, and I increase my sums by a good amount because of the fact that I know which direction to trade in for what I'm looking at. I put the risks and versus the reward in my favor. You want to do that as a trader. But first, learn how to use the platform. And there's a bunch of different articles written that I don't have to go over and even make. They've done a great job of explaining exactly how to use this and how to do the calculations. Now, the one thing that I really like is the bitmexcalculator.com. And I want you to use this because of the fact that Bitmex doesn't include fiat, even though the underlying is in fiat, right? Bitcoin is in dollar terms, 6,400 or 3 or whatever the price is right now. You're looking at dollar terms when you look at this. So it's natural for most human beings to think in dollar terms, even though the Bitcoin purists will want to go over and talk about, oh, well, you do everything in Bitcoin. Bullshit. The simple fact is our minds are programmed already to use dollars or euros or wherever geographic location that you're located in terms of when we think of money. And it's the same thing. So the nice thing is that this Bitmex calculator went over and includes the dollar terms, which Arthur Hayes does not. He should, and hopefully in the future, when regulation comes, he's going to do that, right? As well as probably not be a market maker trading against your clients, because that just looks shady. But I won't go on about that. That's not what really matters. What matters is that most people use risk correctly and are able to conceptualize and to understand what their risks are. And this Bitmex calculator is a great tool for doing that. So check this out. And not only will it give you dollar terms and to give you scenarios of how much you're risking on a trade and whatnot, there's also an added bonus of doing altcoins. So if you like trading altcoins, for example, it has calculations for that too. So you can, through your heart's desire, go over and use this tool and have a good time, doing the calculations, and do it because it should become second nature to you. I want people to use risk correctly when they're making trades. I want them not to hurt themselves, mainly. You don't go over and put a little kid on a motorcycle or dirt bike, and when they don't even know how to, they should be on training wheels. So that's the way I look at it. Other than that, use these tools, protect yourself, and educate yourself for the love of God, and have a great day.